We are gathered here today to celebrate my sister's wedding and every single outfit I made for her and how I made it, because this was a chaos project that there's just no words to express how much work this was and how much fun I had and just how much it was. And
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because
there was a lot happening. So let's catch you up. This time last year, my sister just got engaged. She was just having her engagement party. There was a little bit of family
drama.
We're not going to go into that now. That happens in September, right? And then winter rolls around, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I live in the
mountains.
High up in the mountains, like Misty Mountain shenanigans. And winter starts in November and goes till May. So getting down to pick a bridal dress for her to try on so we could make one for her was really, really difficult. And I thought we had it all figured out. And then she texted me one Tuesday and she was like, hey, I got my wedding dress. And I was like, oh,
weird.
But then like a month goes by and she's like, hey,
I hate my dress.
So that's where we start with our story. We're going to start with the ceremony dress. I didn't get a lot of good pictures because I was in the wedding, but this is how the ceremony dress started. Once I saw the dress, we decided we were going to take off all of the lace. She did not like the lace. She said it looked cheap. She didn't like how it felt. It was really scratchy, and she really wanted a slit. All right, so the main dress. This is the ceremony dress. This is one that she already bought, and she asked me if I could really bling it up. Now, originally, she was thinking we could do like spray glitter and spray glitter all over it, and I said, girl, no. So we went on this super hunt to find this incredible beaded fabric. The next step when it came to building this dress was to create a pattern from the skirt. So in this case, I used a pattern from one of my favorite pattern makers right here. This one was basically pretty simple to do.
Just expand the train super long because I said, no, girl, we have to keep the train on.
So I bought 10 yards and that ended up being more than I needed, but it really allowed me to be able to pattern match the top and the bottom. And it just really was able to bring everything cohesive and kind of do my best to match all the seams and bead everything that I could. I did 2 darts in the back so that the front fit better, and so did the sides because it was all around a little bit too big. Then when it came to the top, I had to really work on pattern matching, and this took me a few hours to really get the placement on the one side because I really wanted it to draw the eye into the waist. And then, of course, we hand sewed it all down.
All of it.
Which took ages and ages and ages to do. But it was worth it because it looked incredible. She tried it on. First thing out of the gate, she started crying. It was so sad, but so sweet. She loved it. She said it was everything she wanted. I was happy. She was happy. Dress number 2 was the reception dress. This one I had a little more reign over because I started it from scratch. She basically told me,
I want something short, I want something see-through, and I want something glittery.
For this dress, I decided I was going to start with a corselet base. So basically what that is the front portion. I added steel bones, I added bra cups, I added the underwire, and then the sides of this were a very, very stretchy illusion mesh. This stuff is super strong. You see it a lot in dance wear, you see it a lot in bridal wear, and it just really made the difference because for her, comfort was really important. So I made sure that the front was boned with steel boning, the back was boned with steel boning, and the sides were this beautiful mesh that was really strong and really comfortable. Now, this is where I spent all of my time on hand beading because I used 4 separate fabrics to really piece this together. The vibe was very 1920s mermaid with a little bit of flapper in it. And so I really wanted to bring a lot of those Art Deco style motifs to this, which meant cutting up this beautiful fabric I have into a million different pieces and trying to applique it all together. It also meant hand sewing.
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
Like no one's business. This I worked on for 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, for multiple weeks to get this done. I have never watched so much investigation discovery in my
life.
I think I've seen every episode of every crime show ever made. At this point, point in time, the groom says, hey, can you make her a jacket? So the groom says, make her a jacket. And I was like, okay. The jacket was actually pretty simple because I knew immediately what the design was that she wanted. For the first time ever, I bought Hot Fix rhinestone trim, which took a little bit to get used to, but actually I love it. And I basically just whip stitched everything down once it was glued on because I'm paranoid. Once the jacket was done, everything fell into place. I feel like the weight of the wedding was on my shoulders at this point because these dresses were so important. We had hyped them up a ton. No one had seen them but me and the bride. No one knew about them. No one knew what they looked like. People were getting worried because she was telling everyone,
I don't know what it looks like. I trust Sarah. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
girl. We powered through though. In conclusion, I had so much fun making these. I really feel like I got to learn a lot about sewing. I got to learn a lot about myself, my strengths and weaknesses, and I got to learn a lot about drafting for bodies other than the mannequin. One of the things I did first off the bat when she asked me to make these dresses was I altered my mannequin to be exactly her measurements. And I think that really made the difference on fit. So that was kind of like a fun little trick. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope these links help you make your own dress or you feel inspired to make something. I really had fun making this YouTube video. I hope to continue to make fun videos like this in the future, but I will warn you that 100% in the future, you will not have to flip between vertical and horizontal. They will all be horizontal. This was like my transition from short form content to long form content. So that's why you kind of get a mix of both. But if you enjoyed this video, let me know. Let me know if there's anything you want to learn about in the world of sewing and DIY. Let me know if there's anything else you want to learn about. Until next time, I will see you later.